Moose Attack by Lisa Owens. Monstrous Moose. Did you know that moose are downright deadly? If not, you have never seen the fury of one of these 1,800-pound, 820-kilogram beasts. All moose have hooves sharp enough to split skulls. Males stab rivals with the bony spikes on their antlers. Females can stand their ground against grizzly bears and entire wolf packs to protect their young. You don't want to mess with a moose. The bull moose. A male moose is called a bull moose. Bull moose have antlers that can grow up to be 6 feet 1.8 meters wide. Hit and run. It was an unusually cold winter morning in Alaska. George Murphy and Dorothea Taylor were exercising their dogs near the local airport. The couple stayed warm in their truck while the dogs ran loose through the snow. Soon, George got out to round up the dogs. As he approached them, he saw a huge moose running toward him. With nowhere else to hide, he dove into a snowbank. Mortal enemies. Moose and wolves are natural enemies. Dogs are so similar to wolves that moose are likely to attack them. George yelled for help as the moose trampled him. Its sharp hoof split his head open and crushed his ribs. Dorothea heard the dogs barking in panic. She jumped out of the truck and saw the moose. She thought it was attacking one of the dogs. The 85-year-old rushed toward the animal to drive it away. Then the moose lunged for her. Dorothea ran to the truck and grabbed a shovel. She beat the moose with it, but the animal wouldn't move. Then she swung with all her strength. The moose backed off and was chased away by one of the dogs. Dorothea finally saw her husband bleeding in the snowbank. She ran for help. Thanks to her bravery, George made it to the hospital just in time. In her own backyard. Karen Della Ciopa was trimming bushes behind her Alaska home when she heard the rumble of hooves. Suddenly, a moose charged out of the woods and knocked her down. Its hooves pounded into her chest. Her ribs and collarbone cracked under the animal's weight. After a final blow to her forehead, it was over. The moose was gone, or so she thought. Mama Moose. Mother moose are extremely dangerous. They will attack anything they think might hurt their calves. The moose that attacked Karen had just given birth. Karen needed help. She was having trouble breathing and could barely move. She felt for her cell phone in her pocket and dialed 911. When state troopers arrived minutes later, the moose reappeared. It leaped over Karen and thundered toward the troopers. Moose on the loose. More people are injured by moose than bears each year in Alaska. The troopers had to act fast. They pulled out their guns and fired at the angry moose. It dropped to the ground. Doctors at a nearby hospital treated Karen. The attack left her with several broken bones, a dislocated shoulder, and a bruised forehead. Her cell phone and the troopers had saved her from being trampled to death. Caring for calves. The Alaska Moose Federation and took care of the moose's twin calves after the attack. They were released into the wild when they were old enough to live on their own. Prevent a moose attack. Moose like their space. You can prevent an attack by keeping your distance. Back away if you find yourself too close to a moose. Do not bring dogs into moose territory. Their presence can provoke an attack. Be extra careful in moose territory in fall and spring. Bull moose are most aggressive in the fall. This is when they compete for females. In spring, mother moose will attack to protect their calves. Danger signs. You may be in trouble if you see a moose walking toward you with its ears back, stomping its feet, swinging its head back and forth, grunting. Survive a moose attack. A moose may charge if it feels threatened. Take cover behind a tree or a large rock if you can. Run away quickly if there is no cover. Moose usually give up the chase before too long. Curl into a ball and cover your head if you can't get away. This will help protect your body from trampling hooves. Do not move until you are sure the moose is gone. With a little luck, you will survive an encounter with the mighty moose.